Antonio Tarver has failed another drug test. They apparently found synthetic testosterone in both his A sample and his B sample following his fight with Steve Cunningham, or before, I think it was before the fight actually. What can I even say about this? Tarver, either he's got to be incredibly stupid or he's got some incredibly sinister enemies, because he lost his job at Showtime because of that first drug test that he failed. Now he's got a commentary job on Spike for PBC. Would he do the same thing twice and risk losing his job all over again? Would he really do that? It seems incredible to me that he'd put himself in the same position again. But having said that, Antonio Tarver is a former crackhead. For those of you who don't know, this guy was a full-blown crackhead earlier on in his life. And anyone that's ever been around crackheads or any type of drug addicts, even former drug addicts, can still have their, crackhead ways for quite a while after they stop abusing the substance. Anyone that's ever been around them will tell you that, honesty is not something they're known for. Honesty is not something they're known for. And they can be, real barefaced liars, crackheads. So, I don't know. And they can really do bizarre things and really push it. They can steal from you twice, 3 times, and look you dead in your face and say, I didn't do it, honestly, I didn't steal nothing. And they'll just continue pushing their luck forever. Is Antonio Tarver doing that right now with this drug stuff? What the hell is going on? The guy's like, what, 50 years old or something? Nearly? At his age, he ain't going to get many opportunities. The guy's already got all type of problems with, I think, child support or whatever it is, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. He got fired from Showtime. He's an old man. I mean, he's, Al Heyman bailed him out. Was that over the child support or unpaid child support or something like that? But I remember a while ago, Tarver was bailed out by Heyman. And he's going to have a guy bail him out and then start failing drug tests all over the place, losing his job. I mean, come on, man. What kind of guy of his age would be stupid enough in the situation that he's in, the last chance saloon that he's in, to actually go and do that? It's mime. I don't know what to make of it. Boxing is a dirty business, right? Business-wise, it's a dirty business. I was watching a video actually just the other day with Mike Tyson talking about the business of boxing, and he was saying boxing is a lot more shady and dirty in terms of the business side of it than most people realize, because boxing was born out of gang culture. And he was talking about the reason why in boxing you have red and blue corners, and that was actually a political thing. It was gangs which were aligned to the Republican Party and gangs that were aligned to the Democrat Party. Similar to what you have in Jamaica, for example, where certain gangs, and these are very serious gangs, right, are aligned to certain political parties. Okay, and that in boxing, it grew out of the gang culture, where you had the Irish gangs and the Jewish gangs and all these other, very hardcore street gangs, Italian mob and what have you, very hardcore street gangs. This is where boxing emerged from. And even though boxing has gone through somewhat of a transition since those times, it still hasn't fully severed its ties with the underworld, let's just say. It's still very corrupt. So something like a fighter who has enemies in high places within the world of boxing having his samples tainted, that is not beyond the realms of possibility. I'm not saying that's what happened here, but best believe that that kind of stuff can happen in boxing because of the kind of shady people that are involved in boxing. And I've done many videos where I've talked about these testing organizations. They cannot be trusted. This is the reality of boxing. And again, go watch the Mike Tyson interviews where he talks about this kind of stuff. If I can remember which one it was, I'll leave a link to it in the description below. You can hear him. This is a guy, was undisputed champion, been in the boxing business a long, long time. He knows what he's talking about. Boxing is very shady. So, I don't know. Do I even care that Tarver's tested positive? He's a good commentator. Tarver, I like him as a commentator. As a fighter, I couldn't care less. He's not entertaining. In fact, Tarver is one of the most boring fighters to watch I've ever seen in my life. At this point in time, anyway. Back in the days when he knocked out Roy Jones and all that, he was all right to watch back then. He weren't too bad. But these days, as an old man, oh my God, I don't think there's anything worse than watching Antonio Tarver. It's horrible. So I don't want to wish nothing bad on his life, but just as a boxing fan, I really, if this guy never fights again, I'm obviously not going to be disappointed. So drop your comments below, people. Let me know what you think is going on in this situation. Can you make any sense of it? Is Antonio Tarver just incredibly stupid? Is this the legacy of his crack addiction rearing its ugly head? Is it just a mistake in the testing protocol? Maybe his sample got legitimately contaminated by accident. Or maybe there was something more sinister at play. Leave your comments and your suggestions, theories, opinions, whatever the case may be in the comment section below. It's happening. I'm out.